Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazingly. So it's a brand new month, which means a brand new monthly TBR. I'm so sure that you've heard so many people say this. I'm sure you've even said this yourself. But where has this year gone? I have no idea. How is it August already? And actually, I'm filming this on a day that is so grey. It has been raining on and off the whole day, and there is not a blue sky or the sun in sight. But I have put on a summery dress, I'm feeling in the mood, and I really want to pick some summer reads for August. I have to admit, I actually haven't read too many summer reads over the past couple of months. So this month's TBR, I'm going to try and channel it to be just summer reads. And by summer reads, to me, that means cute romances, cowboy romances. Do we put dark romances in there? I don't really dabble in dark romance. I've read one dark romance and it was good, but it had that comedic element. It was Butcher and Blackbird, which is around here. And honestly, I do recommend it. It was so much fun, but it was still quite light-hearted because of the comedic event. I mean, it wasn't light-hearted because things happen in there that is definitely not light-hearted, but it was one of the more tamer dark romances. But anyway, I've got off topic again. I'm so sorry. So for this month, we're going to choose 5 books to read. I do normally choose between 4 and 6 just because I do have a full-time job. I'm a corporate girly. I work 9 till 6 every weekday, and so I don't read as much as I would want, but my evenings and weekends are pretty much my spare time. It's just reading. So yeah, 5 is quite a good number for me. But anyway, we are going to be using the TBR prompt jar. And I'm really excited. I've only done this once before, and honestly, it was so much fun. So we're going to bring it back. But I say bring it back. You guys haven't seen this. I did do this on another app, but yeah, we're going to do it again. And my intention is to only choose summer reads. Now, obviously, some of these prompts it might not suit, but we're going to try. And I really want some summer reads. I need some romance in this month, I think. So, without further ado, let's jump into the TBR jar. First prompt. I think a task for me is to get a bigger jar. They just don't all fit, and it's so hard to get one out. So, what have we got? Oh, set in a country you have visited. Okay, I like this. Well, actually, so I've started the Elsie Silver Gold Rush Ranch. I really have to think when I say those words because that is such a big tongue twister and I can never say it right. So I've read the first one, which I think was off to the races, and I've been really wanting to start the next one in the series, and obviously it's based in USA, which I have been. Maybe I haven't been to the state that it's based in, but I have been to the USA. Okay, so I thought I would just double check because I wasn't actually 100% sure that this was based in USA, and it turns out it's based in Canada, which is a country I have not been to, so this does not fit the prompt. I got so excited then as well. Back to the drawing board. So I've just gone through my bookshelves, and there is one book that is absolutely screaming at me, and it fits the prompt, so I've definitely chosen that one. But I just want to give you some context that basically pretty much this whole bookshelf is my TBR. And some more shelves down here, but they're not in shot, and I apologise. But yeah, I have around 170 on my physical TBR, and the only ones I've read from this shelf is Caraval, The Crimson Moth, and Butcher and Blackbird. The rest I all get to jump into. So basically I have a lot of books to choose from, and again, I know that number is a little bit insane, but that's why I'm here. I'm hoping to be held accountable and get that number down as much as possible, but it just means we've got more worlds to jump into, and I'm so excited. But for this prompt, which was set in a country you have been to, oh my god, I thought it said haven't then, I was like, oh my god, but it does say have. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I'm so excited. So I've heard the most amazing things about Abby Jimenez as an author, but I've also heard the most amazing reviews about this book, and it being a 5-star for a lot of people. Sold. So this is actually based, I believe, in Minnesota. I did check on Google, which is USA, which again, I've been to. So it definitely fits the prompt, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read my first Abby Jimenez book. So I believe for this one, we've got Alexis, who meets Daniel, who is actually 10 years younger than her. I will say I am not a lover of the age gap trope. I know, I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of people eat this up, but I don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is. Sometimes it just makes me feel uncomfortable. But again, it depends on, you know, various different factors of like how big is the age gap and just different sort of things. So I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to love this one as much as other people do, but I'm still going to go in with kind of a fresh head, see where it's at, and yeah, give you my honest opinions on it when I do read it. But yeah, so this is about Alexis. She meets Daniel, and I think they're just basically complete opposites, and basically they're just figuring out whether they fit into each other's lives and whether they can take their relationship further. I'm pretty sure, I feel like there's a lot of emotions that go in with an Abby Jimenez book, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I do think this might be an emotional read, but I'm ready for it. I actually love my romances where there is that emotional feel to it rather than maybe it just being like pure spice. And a little fact about me is I don't do super well with spice. So actually, if I find a romance that has no spice in it, but like the emotions are there, I am completely sold. I don't know what it is about spice, but sometimes it just really makes me uncomfortable. And I don't know, I cringe. I cringe a lot. So I would love to know if anyone else is the same, because I feel like a lot of people love spice, but sometimes it's just not written very well. So yeah, I don't believe this has spice in. So again, I'm really excited. But yeah, we have got Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World, as our first book of our August TBR. Okay, let's pick out our second prompt. What is this one? Okay, this is a good one. I'm sorry, I clearly need to get better at learning how to focus on the camera. Maybe it's the setting I need to change. I have no idea. But a 5-star prediction, that is very exciting. Who doesn't love reading a 5-star prediction? And for me, if we're talking about a summer read, has to be Emily Henry. So I have read Beach Read by Emily Henry. That is a 5-star for me. I read People We Met on Vacation. That was, I believe, a 4.25. And I read Book Lovers, which surprisingly I didn't love. And I know so many people love that book and like it's like their favourite Emily Henry. But yeah, I didn't love that one. But we have got Funny Story or Happy Place. I seriously think both are 5-star predictions for me because they just seem incredible. And they're a summer read. I absolutely love Emily Henry because even though it's like there's romance involved, there's so much emotion in it. There is so much like backstory and I really feel for the characters. So yeah, I just love Emily Henry with her contemporary romances. I think just because it's been on my TBR the longest, we're going to go with Happy Place by Emily Henry. And do you know what? I've been wanting to read this for so long now, but for some odd reason, it just keeps slipping through the cracks. So we are definitely going to choose this one as my second read on my August TBR. I'm so excited. So with this one, I believe this is a second chance romance and I eat that up all the time. Very unpopular opinion, but I love second chance romances. But we've got Harriet and Wynne, and they are together, and they were together, and they were a couple. And with them and their friends, they used to do a yearly holiday. But this year, it's a little bit different because they are pretending to be together as they broke up 6 months ago. So again, you just kind of know what's going to be in this. I say you just kind of know what this is going to be. But Emily Henry, I feel like she puts so much depth into her books. This could take any turns. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one and so excited to have this one on my TBR. Third pick. Let me try and go down the bottom. But I can't because this is so tiny. Right, there we go. What have we got? Okay. I actually feel like this prompt jar has been really kind to me. We've got shortest book on TBR. Okay, so I think not cheat. Well, I guess it is cheating because I'm not going to pick the shortest on my TBR. I'm going to pick the shortest romance on my TBR. Is that allowed? I mean, I'm the only one here, so I guess I can allow it. But we're going to go with the short with the shortest romance book on my TBR. And again, let's go to my Goodreads, because I swear they have an option where you can filter it by like the pages in the book. So let's go physical TBR, average rating. Let's change that to number of pages. And oh yeah, look, 165. Okay, so Great Gatsby, Dear Martin, The Wishing Game, Wretched, The Goodbye Cat, Next of Kin, Hannah Bone and Young. I nearly just scooted right past that. Okay, 295 pages. Really? That's really short. Right. I believe it's here. Next of Kin. Okay, Next of Kin. I mean, it feels chunkier than 295 pages. It says 363. Is this part of another book? Oh, chapter 2. Chapter 1. This must be another book. So why does it still say... Alright, that's Next to You. Acknowledgements. So I'm getting 321. That still seems quite long. 321. Oh god, guys, there's a bonus epilogue in here. Fun fact, I hate epilogues in romance books. Personally, I just do not feel they're needed. Each to their own. And the fact that this is a bonus epilogue means there's already an epilogue. I swear she done this. I've read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bone Young, and I'm so sure she done the same there. But again, I wasn't overly impressed by the epilogues. But okay, right, let's actually see. Let's see if there's another one that's shorter than 321. Couple Next Door, that's a thriller. The Locked Door, X-Pill. Oh my god, Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Let me see. This feels a lot thinner. Let me see how many pages. Is it shorter than 321? We've got a winner. We have got a winner. It is 304 pages. Now, if this does not scream summer, I don't know what will. Again, I have not read Carly Fortune before. I'm really excited. I think this is a series, isn't it? Is there 4 or 5 in the series? Now, I will say I have heard mixed reviews. I feel like I might not love this one as much as other people. I'm going to go in with a clear head. I'm not going to have other reviews playing in my mind. I'm just going to take it as it is. But again, I'm so excited to read this one. Perfect summer read. This TBR jar has been extremely kind to me so far. I'm scared it's going to go the opposite way. So I actually don't know too much about this one. I believe it's like childhood lovers, second chance lovers. I'm not too sure. I think there's like a group of friends. Again, it's like an interconnected series. Yeah. Sorry, I know that's the most rubbish synopsis of a book ever, but I feel like everyone has read this book and I'm the last one to read it, so hopefully you already know what it is. But again, I think it's just like a cutesy romance, although I don't know if it's going to be cutesy. I feel like again there's quite some heavy topics in this from what I've heard. Maybe I'm thinking another book, but I think there's some heavy topics in here. Number three on my TBR. It's been a long week, I'm sorry. Number 3 on my August TBR is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to take one right from the top. What have we got? Okay, a book with a map. Okay, I think I know what I've done wrong. I think I had tracking on my camera settings and that's why it weren't focusing, but does that focus? Focus better. Wasn't as good. Wasn't as quick as what I thought, but it does focus better. Anyway, sorry, a book with a map. So instantly I'm thinking this is not going to be a summer read. This is going to be a fantasy one. I feel like there's no point in even looking at the summer books to know if there's a map in there. I just can't see it. So let's have a look at our fantasy section. Okay, so immediately I'm looking, why are fantasy books so chunky? I look at them and I get really scared because they're just so chunky. Also, I'm in the middle of a few series as well. I believe 2 are fantasy. I'm scared to start another one. But actually, I say that. One of them's Crimson Moth, and I'm patiently waiting for, is it The Rebel Witch to come out in paperback? Because I refuse to buy the hardback when I have it in paperback. Sorry, that's me being cheap, but I like my series to match. Why can't they just bring out the paperback versions? Sorry, I'm digressing. So, The Night Circus, I feel like that's a standalone, is it? Is there a map? Is there a map? No, there's no map. Okay, back to the drawing board. Okay, so another book I've been desperate to read is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Does this have a map? We're in luck. Has a map. Quite a basic map. But you know what? It has a map. This is a chunky book. This is a real chunky book with 572 pages. Do I want to commit to this? My other fault is One Dark Window, because that is a duology and I've really been wanting to read that. Okay, let's see if One Dark Window has a map. No, it does not. Okay, I think that has made our decision. We are going to put The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent on our August TBR as book number 4. So I actually don't know too much about this book. I just know it's got so much hype. There is so many people that love this book and I had to pick it up. But it seems like from reading the back, it seems like there is tournaments being held, and there's one thing about me, I love tournaments or like deadly games or anything like that, trials. I eat that up in any book other than Powerless, because I won't go there, but I didn't like that book. And then it says that to survive, Aurea, which is, it seems like our main character, is forced to make an alliance with a mystery rival. Okay, I believe there is a romance in this too. So yeah, I'm super excited to have this one on the TBR. Again, I've been meaning to read this for quite some time, but it just falls down on my TBR. I'm sorry, but we are going to finally get to this. And I feel like this has a really good following as well. So hopefully I'll love this one too. So we have got our 5th and final prompt. Let's go with this one. And okay, I wasn't expecting this. But we have got a classic book. Will this focus? I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the light. A classic book. Okay, so that's a good prompt, to be fair, because I said that this year, in 2025, I was going to read more classics, or make an effort to read more classics. Have I read a classic this year? No. We are more than halfway through the year and I've not read a classic, even though I said I'd make a conscious effort to read them and I haven't. So we've actually got a lot to choose from. So you won't be able to see because it's on my top shelf, but we have got a box of Jane Austens. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I'm being completely honest. I'm not sure I'm ready for a Jane Austen. We've also got The Great Gatsby, which I feel like I could read, Little Women and Dracula, but actually I've read Dracula. I really enjoyed Dracula, so if you haven't read Dracula, I can't say Dracula. If you have not read Dracula, I highly recommend. And then we have also, I'm actually going to show you these because these are stunning, but I've got the Chiltern Publishing editions of Animal Farm. It's gorgeous. It's got these amazing gold edges as well. 1984, and these covers again with the golden. And there's one thing about me which do you know what? I've learned that I actually am so pleased by the littlest things. But if a book has one of these little bookmarks, sorry, I'm trying to show them. If a book has like one of these bookmarks, it makes me so freaking happy. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's so elegant to have one of these little ribbons as a bookmark. Maybe just me. And then we've got the picture of Dorian Gray. I didn't know if it was picture or pictures, but the picture of Dorian Gray. I'm leaning towards Animal Farm. Reason being is because it's tiny and I feel like I need to be eased into the classics. Is that okay? I really want to read 1984 by George Orwell, but I just don't know. I'm scared about classics. And do you know what? I've heard amazing things about Animal Farm. It's the shortest one out of my classics. Maybe The Great Gatsby is actually. But I am really eager to read one of these gorgeous classic editions. So I think we're going to go with Animal Farm. So again, this one is by George Orwell, and I don't know too much about this other than the animals on the farm take over. And yeah, they take over the farm and maybe cause havoc. So I'm really interested in this. Again, I absolutely love animals, but I am scared of the contents of this book, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go in a little bit with my eyes kind of open and to be aware of what may happen. But again, it's a classic for a reason, and hopefully I love it as much as other people do. So final and fifth pick on our August TBR is Animal Farm by George Orwell. So a recap of our August TBR. We have got Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Then we've got Happy Place by Emily Henry. Then we have got Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. And then we've got The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And finally, we've got Animal Farm by George Orwell. I'm really excited for this month's TBR. I really am. What am I most excited about? I think I'd have to say Happy Place by Emily Henry. I really, honestly, I've been after reading that for so long, and I'm just so glad I'm finally dedicated it to my TBR, and I'm going to be able to sit down, read it. Perfect summer read. But on that note, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking onto this video, for getting to the end of this video. I appreciate you, and if you did enjoy this one, please do like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And also, I'm quite nosy, so I would love to know if you've read any of these books, if they're worth it, if they're not worth it, what is on your August TBR, what are you most looking forward to. I love to know all the tea. But on that note, I just want to wish you a fantastic August. I hope it's a great month of reading. I hope you've had an amazing July worth of reading too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.